Hello YouTubers. First of all, I'd just like to thank you all for watching my channel, and I hope that you will press the subscribe button at the top, and basically that'll let you know anytime that I have new videos posted. Alright, let's get to business. Today I am here to speak with you all about a book titled How to Think Past Your Past. This book is written by my wonderful pastor, Pastor G. Cornelius Jones. He pastors the U Church. That's located 9910 Bannister Road. So come check us out. Before we dive into this chapter, I'd like to talk about how you realize if you are stuck in the past. And there's a couple things that I caught and they were mentioned in the book, and those are the things we're going to talk about first, because it's important to realize if you're stuck in the past, because that's the only way you can learn to think past your past, which is our ultimate goal here. Alright, so if you've been hurt by someone physically, mentally, or emotionally, and you have let that hinder your life by being in constant thought about it, about what happened to you, constant thought being if you see that person, you become full of emotions and you give them control of who you are without even knowing it, because you're so bottled up with everything that's going on with you. Those are signs that you were stuck in the past. If you've done something in your past that you're not proud of, everybody has a past. Everybody has something in it that they're not proud of. But if you're letting this hinder you and keep you from growing, it's constantly in your thought process, it's constantly in your spirit, and you can't get past that, that is a sign that you were stuck in the past. The third and last thing that we have, everything that happens around you or to you is someone else's fault. And it's never, ever, ever your fault. If that's your mindset, then there's a strong possibility that you're stuck in the past. And that's okay for right now, because you may not have known how to think past your past. But today, that's what we're going to decipher in chapter 1. So, let's jump right into chapter 1. Chapter 1, have a go. Basically, I may or may not have gone in order as to what's in the chapter, but I did pull out the things that I thought were ultimately important. And so those are the things that we are going to talk about. First things first, thinking is powerful. Proverbs 23:7 says that so as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Pastor gets down to the nitty gritty. He says that the way you think is how your life is going to be. And that's the problem. Many of us find ourselves bound in the past because we have no vision for a better life. We're steadily stuck in that mindset. So the mindset of my life is never going to get any better. Nothing ever good happens for me. Those thought processes are negative roots. And those are the things that you are gonna reap, because those are the thoughts that you sow. So thinking is very, very powerful, and we have to be careful of the things we think and how you do that. We're going to talk about correcting that, and how you correct your thought process is by having a goal. Hold on. Repeat. What? Having a goal. You're going to begin thinking about what your goals are. And the way you do that is you think about your desires, and you think about the things you enjoy doing, and you think about what your purpose is in life. All three of those things will help you come up with goals. Personal experience time. Okay, everyone knows that achievements are important, right? But sometimes we don't go for the things that we want to achieve because we're afraid that they're not good enough. And I've dealt with this before. My goal and dream was to always have a family, and that's something that I'm working on. I'd really like to be a stay-at-home mom. And for a long time, I struggled with not letting people know those things about me, because I felt like it wasn't big enough. It wasn't important enough. And you can't be hung up on that kind of thought process. You can't be hung up on it because it's not big enough. Because anything that you want to achieve and it's important to you, then that means it's big. So whether that's starting a family, whether that's owning a home, whether that's opening a business or mentoring someone, all of those things are really important. Sometimes we get caught up in entertainment, mainstream America, because we're not entertainers, we're not important. Because we're not skinny, we're not important. Because we got pregnant early, we're not important. You know, those types of things. And so you can't measure your achievement, and then you can't allow other people to measure your achievement. And that's really important. Alright, so before we get back entirely, I need to reiterate what we have already spoke about. So one of the things we have talked about is changing your thinking process. Remember, your mind is a powerful thing, and your thoughts are very powerful, and your thoughts dictate your future. Okay? So instead of thinking negative things, let's try to work on thinking positive things. And that's the goal for that. All right. The next thing we talked about that was really important is thinking about your future and making goals. So how do you think about your future? You think about the things you want to achieve. You think about your passion, things you enjoy, and you think about your purpose. All right. Now we're going to talk about believing. You have to start believing that you can achieve. You have to start believing that you can make it past your past. And you have to start believing in yourself. You have to start believing that you are capable of changing your surroundings, changing your past circumstances. You can do it. Now, there are some of you who, despite anything that the book has said thus far, you're gonna go to the "but you don't understand" story. Don't know what I'm talking about? Hold on. Let me just give you a small example. Just a second. I hear everything that you're saying. But you don't understand. You don't understand what I'm going through. You don't understand that I dropped out of school and now I can't get a decent job anywhere. And you don't understand that I have 2 kids to take care of and I'm only 19 years old. And you don't understand that I've been put in jail. And you don't understand any of this. I mean, how am I supposed to move past all of these things? How? There's no way. There's no possible way that I can move past these things. I mean, if you have an answer, then you just need to give it to me because I don't know anymore. I just don't know. I just don't. Cut the camera off. Really? It's time you cheer up because Pastor has an answer. He states clearly in his book, to move from the past, one must have a plan for the future. You hear that? In order to move beyond where you are today, it is essential that you know where you want to go. In life, dreaming and setting new goals gives you a sense of purpose. You have to think that you can have a different future, a different reality, or a different outcome for your life in order for it to be so. Start believing right now that things can change for you. Say to yourself, I can change and have a different future. And remember, people don't plan to fail. They fail to plan. Think like a winner and write down 3 goals for your life. Mine? Check out mine in the description box below. Be my guest at the U Church, located at 9910 East Bannister Road, Kansas City, Missouri, zip code 64134. Bye.